Well, Morgan Harper says, inhale, exhale, it is well, it is well. All this is a part of the story that you will tell. Welcome and welcome back to Favorite Talkmate. My name is Sally and I am so happy to have all of you here today. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back, and I hope you still stay and keep on coming and share this with your friends and family. You know the drill. I mean, let's do this. Target is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this month, so why not? I mean, why not? Well, today's video is I'll call this emotional because from the title you can tell, like let me not even beat around the bush. Me, I didn't plan on coming back to Kenya. I won't even lie. Like, honestly, it was not in my plan for at least up to 2024, 2025. That was the plan. But then, who is anti-Koro? Corona did that thing. It did me dirty. It really did me dirty. Don't get me wrong, this is my home, it's my motherland, but I was just never mentally prepared to come back as soon as I came back. I don't know if you get it. Yes, I planned on coming back at some point, but not when I came back. So this is what happened. January 9th, the year 2020, baby girl was coming home to see her mother because apparently she had stayed for 2 years without coming to see her mom. So, and it was winter break in China at that time. I mean, why not? I miss mom. I am my mama's baby, so why not? So I was coming back home to see my mom, and then I mean, everything was cool at that time, even though people say that the pandemic broke out in China late 2019. By the time I was leaving China 2020 January, like, there was nothing of that sort. Like, things were normal, everything was cool. So yes, baby girl was coming back home and actually had things to do. I really had plans for that time, and I was planning on staying home for like one month and a half because I had booked a return ticket of like March. Yes, my return ticket was in March because remember, it was also that time. Is it that time that was my mom's? Yes, 2020 was also my mom's birthday. It so happens that my mom was born on a leap year, so that was also my mom's birthday. So your girl had plans. I had plans for days. So in the process of me visiting relatives and friends and all that, I noticed that some people started asking me like, when we're going to go to China. And at that time, baby girl is in travel mode. You get like, that was not even in my mind at that time. So I was just like, like China, everything is okay. There's no gonja, So I remember towards the end of January is when like things got serious. You know, we got to know of that there's something called coronavirus, and this coronavirus apparently kills people. Baby girl had still not digested. I didn't know that it was this serious. Come March, when I'm about to travel back, is when reality hits me hard. Sorry, that was a call. So that's when reality hits me hard. So like that's when there's news everywhere. People are dying from coronavirus, countries are going into a lockdown, people need to start wearing masks. This is a dangerous virus, all that. Mark you, I had a return ticket. Well, before I knew it, my ticket no, my ticket was not cancelled. I cancelled the ticket because apparently this country where I want to go back to is where like all these deadly things are happening at that time. So I cancelled my ticket because I mean, who would want to go back with all that happening? So I cancelled my ticket and then bought another ticket for, I think it was in April or something. Then, I had already stayed home for like 2 months. My mindset at that time, it was a visiting mindset, it was a traveling mindset. You get, I was not ready to settle back home at that time. So who is she? I traveled to Ghana at that time because, well, at that time I had errands in Ghana. Let's just put it like that. So I traveled at that time, and then March passes by, April passes by, May passes by. Before I know it, we are in October, but this virus is still with us. It is stuck. Actually, it's even getting worse, and things are even getting worse. And even you remember initially I told you that I had postponed my ticket to April. At that time, even this April ticket, I did not cancel it, but then at that time, it's the airlines that were even canceling people's tickets and refunding us the money, you know. So like, it was a no-go zone. China was on lockdown, Ghana was on lockdown, Kenya at that time was also on lockdown. Like, lockdown was the order of the day. And you know, at that time, reality had not hit me. You get, like, reality has not set in. Like, I still have not accepted the fact that we are in the middle of a pandemic, we are in the middle of a crisis. Like, I just need to start thinking of option B. You know. So yeah, October, and then November, oh, I miss my mom again. I come back home. So November goes, December, that's when it hits me like, yo girl, 1 year is gone like that. 1 year, 12 months, 365 days, gone like that. I have done nothing. I have spent a lot because my queue, I've been traveling. When I came back home from China at that time, I told you I was holiday mode, travel mode, spending. Why not? I mean, I'll go back to China, I'll get money, you get things like that. So why not spend? I go to Ghana, why not? It's just a small pandemic, it will end, spend. So by the time it hits me, I've spent so much money and I've done nothing with my life. 1 year gone. So I remember by the time I was celebrating Christmas, you know, when it gets to Christmas, you already start thinking about the next year, because I mean, the difference between Christmas and the next year is just like, how many days? It's always like 6 days, right? Yeah, so by the time it's Christmas, I start thinking about my New Year resolutions. I'm like, yeah, 2021 is here, it is coming. I am still where I was last year. Actually, I'm even worse off because I'm already beginning to get broke. Brokenness equals to looking for a job. So like in my New Year resolutions, my number 1 top priority was to go job hunting. Like I was ready to look for a job. My queue, I'm looking for a job, but I don't have documents. Why don't I have documents? I told you, as the reason I came to Kenya was to travel. Okay, so that means that all my stuff was still in China. You understand? My clothes, my personal belongings, my house items, like everything. Hey! Sorry, that was a monkey. Like, there's a monkey that's really trying to get into this house. So like everything, gosh, we have a monkey pandemic in this area. Yeah, so everything that belonged to me was in China, and that includes my documents, because I was a student in China. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but me, I don't travel with my documents everywhere. Hey, what if something happens? What if something happens to my luggage? You get all those. That's why I don't travel with my documents everywhere. So back to my point, I am job hunting without documents. So I had to sit down and strategize and think. Then I remember at that time my brother had given me the contact of one of his friends who is a Chinese person. So I called this person and told this person, I'm looking for a job, can you help me? And this person told me, as of now, like, things are bad. Things were bad, actually. Like, things were bad. who looks for a job in the middle of a pandemic? Things were terrible. So I sat down and said, no, I have to think. So I went back, knock my head, think well. Then I decided to market myself, to advertise myself. So what I did, gosh, I'm looking at that because that monkey has scared me. So what I did is I took my phone and wrote a poster. So in the poster I wrote my name, my age, I'm looking for a job, I'm good at da, 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 da. So I wrote there, I'm good at I can do translation from English to Chinese, Chinese to English, I can teach kids, I can do home tutoring, you get all that. This is because my first degree is in tourism. I mean, it's in the middle of a pandemic, the whole country is in a lockdown. Who looks for a tourism job at that time? So I had to get out of the box and think of other things that I can do that are practical at that time. So I wrote a poster and then I wrote it in English and in Chinese with all my contact details. So I gave it to this, my brother's Chinese friend. I gave it to her so that she can post, like she can post it in all the Chinese related groups where she is. You get, who is God? Like, ooh, me, I've seen God. I've seen God in so many ways. Like, ooh, I've seen him in numerous ways. Can you imagine? I gave her that thing in the morning, right? It was by 3 p.m., 2 p.m., my phone was buzzing with calls. Like, I could not even believe it myself. This is now in January. We are now in January. I'm speaking of January, right? My phone was buzzing. Like, I was getting calls left, right, and center. So it got to a point where I had to take a notebook to write down, this person of this number has called me with this offer. This person of this number, this offer. You get, like, I got like 11 offers on that day. So I had to start narrowing down and see, okay, which interview will I go to? And wait, like, God, I'm giving you a series of videos this month. I'm killing you with videos because I'll do a video about my interview with Chinese companies series. It was a bit funny. There was one interview that just killed me, right? So I had to narrow down and then just start choosing which company I fit suits what I want at that time. So I did that, and then I went for interviews. I had to decline some, then think about some. Eventually I settled on one company, and this company, I will also do a story time about that company because wahala day. I don't even understand why I decided to go to that company. Anyway, it's kind of short story short, right? I settled for that company. Then I was in Nairobi at that time. My mom does not stay in Nairobi, so I had to go see my mom again. I mean, mommy's child, and then come back and now start to work. Guys, has work ever humbled you? It was tough. I'm not going to lie, it was tough. It was very tough. It was tough because, number one, the salary was just my cue. Yes, when I was choosing companies, I also considered salaries, right? And I felt like, okay, they gave me a kind of better offer, but it was not even better. First, the salary is low. Second, and it was also tough because I'm used to working, this is like, I'm someone who is used to working per hour, because in China I was working per hour, right? And then I come here and then I have to start working per month. It is tough. Higher, again, the working environment. Like, I will do a story time about working in Chinese factories, because that was a factory, and stuff that goes on there, like that work environment humbled me. It really humbled me, like, oh my god. And then, like, I think that's when reality started setting in. Like, that's when reality started kicking in like this, right? Because, okay, now I'm here, I'm working here, but I'm seeming not to make progress. And then, you know, at that time, remember, I've still not accepted that this is it. I have not, because I keep on checking, waiting, hoping that the borders will finally be open. Can you guys imagine? Up to now, they've not opened their borders yet, but it's okay. I mean, each country has its own policy, right? I keep on waiting for borders to be open. And then my queue, I was still studying because I was doing another degree. So my degree is also hanging like this. Thank God for online, thank God for internet, thank God for online studies. At least I was able to continue with my degree online, and thank God just last week, no, just beginning of this week, I finished my thesis defense, and your girl might be graduating anytime soon, so thank God for that. But that experience, like, it humbled me. Settling back, relocating back, for me, I'm not going to lie, like, I'll just be honest with you guys, this is not how I planned on relocating. Hey, my relocation plan my relocation plan was intact. My relocation plan, I wanted to work as hard as I could, make as much money as I could, so that when I just come back, it is investment of 10, investment of 10, investment, you get. Who is life? Who is life? Who is life? That's why I started this video with Morgan Nichols' quote, which says, inhale, exhale. All this is a part of the story you will tell. I mean, all this is a part of my story. So my relocation journey was not smooth at all. It was unplanned, and you know, like, at some point depression kind of starts kicking in, because for me, I felt like China kind of kicked me out. You understand? Because as I speak to you guys, my stuff is still in China. Like, it was just, yeah, like, my stuff has been packed and taken out of my room in school and all that, but my stuff was still there, you know, like, my stuff is not even was, my stuff is still there. So at some point I started feeling like this country has just kicked me out, you get, like, they don't want us from their country anymore, you get, like, maybe this was just their chance to kick us out. So I was feeling all sorts of weird mixed reactions ish kind of thingy, you get, but it's all part of life. It's all part of life. But my relocation process, it has not been smooth, because I realized it took me 1 year to accept what's really going on. During the pandemic, baby girl was living free lifestyle. I mean, I was like, it's just a flu. This is just a pandemic. Yes, people are dying, but what is it called? Melanin, good health, This will just end. You know, we'll go back to China. We'll still make money there. Will happen, but that's not how it was meant to be. That's not just how it was meant to be. Lessons learned, I mean, hey, always be ready for anything. Be ready for anything. Like, you can go from 100 to 0 real fast. You can also go from 0 to 100 real fast. So be ready for anything, adapt to change as fast as you can, and just be positive. I mean, stay positive. Just stay positive at all times. No matter what happens, stay positive. Stay positive. And then, I mean, hold dear those who love you. I mean, give love. Yeah, give love and show love. You get. Yeah, it was tough. I'm actually glad I've shared this story with you, because hey, I never even knew that one day I would talk about this story. For me, it was tough. My relocation was not planned. It was forced by a pandemic, but we thank God. I mean, at the end of the day, we thank God. And I'm not even complaining, by the way. I'm just telling you guys a story. I mean, what happened? This is not even a story, like, just what happened. We thank God. We just thank God, because I mean, how many lives were lost during the pandemic, and here we are still alive, we are still breathing, we are still healthy. And even in Kenya right now, like, we can walk freely without masks, you get. So we just thank God. At the end of the day, east or west, home is best. And yeah, I just have to make the best of what we have back at home. I just have to also try and make home a better place, so that my future generation will enjoy staying at home. They will not want to leave home. You get my point? So